Welcome to this very short but hopefully helpful grounding technique. So sometimes when we've had really difficult experiences, we can feel quite overwhelmed. And this grounding technique is to help you when you're feeling quite overwhelmed to turn your attention away from difficult thoughts or worries and to focus on what's happening right here, right now in your environment. So we're going to use a technique which is called the 4-5-3-2-1 technique. So I'm going to invite you to take in the details of your surroundings using all of your senses. So I'm going to encourage you to notice small details that your mind would usually probably tune out, and that might include distant sounds, or it might include the texture of ordinary objects in your room. So to begin with, I'm going to invite you to name 5 things that you can see. So you might notice what's in front of you. You might see small details. So that could be a pattern on the wall behind you, the way that light's reflecting off a surface, or maybe an object that you didn't notice. So now that you've named some things that you can see, I'm going to invite you to name 4 things that you can feel. So that might be the sensation of clothes on your skin. It might be the feeling of the chair that you're sitting in. You might even want to pick up an object that's nearby, and you could examine its weight or its texture, or perhaps even its temperature. So now you've noticed 4 things that you can feel just now. We're going to move to 3 things that you can hear. So you might pay specific attention to some sounds that maybe your mind has tuned out a little bit. So that could be perhaps some distant traffic, or maybe if there's some weather happening outside, it could be rain or it could be wind. Or it could be a sound from my computer making a bing bong, or even the sound of my voice. So hopefully you managed to pick 3 things that you can hear. And now can you think of 2 things that you can smell? So try and notice smells in the air around you. So that could be a candle, or it could be a smell that you notice coming from another room. So just notice some of those things that maybe you can smell just now. And then finally, I'm going to invite you to notice, is there anything that you can taste? So that could be maybe you've had something to eat or drink recently. Maybe you can just focus your attention on a flavour. So we've been through all of our senses, focusing in on what you can see, what you can touch, what you can hear, what you can smell, and what you can taste. And focusing on these things can really help us ground and be in the current moment and remind ourselves that right now we're safe. And you can come back to this exercise as many times as is helpful. And I hope it helps.